Swadika, and thank you for joining us on Newsline. We are broadcasting live on NBT, Radio Thailand FM 88, and on NBT World. It's Friday, August the 28th, and you're with me, Thratira Kausan. And welcome to today's segment of Thailand Moves Forward. In our first story, Cambodia's Deputy Prime Minister and Minister of the Interior, Sar Kheng, met with Prime Minister General Prayut Chan-o-cha during the fifth meeting between the two countries' border provinces. The Deputy Government Spokesman, Major General Wirachon Sukhontha Patipak, said that the Thai Premier had asked Mr. Sar Kheng during the meeting for cooperation in pushing for the opening of a new border checkpoint linking Strangbot and Ban Nong Ing districts. The meeting also discussed cooperation in developing a railway route linking Bangkok and Aranyapatet in Thailand with Poipet and Si Sopon in Cambodia. According to Major General Wirachon, the route on the Thai side will be completed within 2015, and the two countries have agreed on increased communication via a hotline between Thailand and Cambodia's Interior Ministry. Prime Minister General Prayut Chan-o-cha is hoping that everyone will support the new economic team, saying he personally believes they will achieve their goals in a short period of time. Spokesperson to the Prime Minister's office, Major General Sansern Kaew-Kamnert, revealed that everyone has high expectations for the new economic team. He said there is no need to pressure on the team to work faster, as all members are determined to achieve results. The new members are required to develop new economic policies and measures to move Thailand forward, while also accomplishing goals set out by the previous team. The new industry minister has turned her attention to promoting small and medium enterprises, or SMEs, which are relatively vulnerable to the economic slowdown. Industry Minister Achaka Sibunryang said on her first day in office that her ministry will adopt some measures that are pro-SMEs, such as expanding sources of investment capital and finding marketing channels. The Ministry of Industry is expected to work in collaboration with the Ministries of Commerce and Finance to effectively restore the SME sector. In terms of investment promotion, Mrs. Achaka said that the Board of Investment and the Office of National Economics and Social Development Board are expected to come up with new incentives to attract investors to special economic zones in 1 month's time. The National Reform Council, or NRC, has presented 1,000 T-shirts bearing the phrase "Stronger Together" to Deputy Prime Minister Wisnu Kriangam in hopes of creating national perseverance. The T-shirts have been given to Mr. Wisnu by NRC member and Vice President of the Thai-Chinese Council, Panni Charusombat, as well as the management of Arya Property. Mr. Wisnu thanked the team that created the T-shirts, which bear the phrase "Stronger Together" on top of the Thai flag. He said he would give out the T-shirts to various members of the press and tourists at the Ratchaprasong intersection. The National Legislative Assembly, or NLA, has unanimously approved of the 2016 fiscal budget, with the government vowing to utilize the funds effectively and with transparency. The 2.72 trillion baht budget represents a markdown of 20.58 billion baht from its draft versions, which is to be allocated to the central budget for emergency government programs as well as for various national development initiatives. The budget was unanimously given a green light by the Assembly. Deputy Prime Minister Wisnu Kriangam thanked the NLA for approving the budget and gave assurance that the government would best utilize the budget according to its purpose and with maximum transparency. The Constitution Drafting Committee, or CDC, is confident that the National Reform Council, or NRC, will not vote down the new constitution, urging all to consider whether the new charter is more progressive than its predecessors. According to the CDC chairman, Bawansak Uwano, he will let the public decide how progressive the new constitution is, as it is a combination of input from the public as well as that from various groups such as the NRC, the cabinet, and political groups. He urged the public to pay close attention to how the new charter addresses individual rights and freedom, citizen participation in politics, and whether it creates long-term stability for future generations. The Ministry of Education is planning to reduce class time for students in the basic education system in a bid to allow them more time to be with family or take up extracurricular activities. In compliance with the policy given by Prime Minister General Prayut Chan-o-cha, Education Minister General Daopong Ratanasuwan stated that he has instructed the Office of the Basic Education Commission, or OBEC, to consider it lessening the hours spent in some classes. Through such a measure, he said students would be able to loosen up after school and spend more time with their families. Initially, OBEC might allow students to finish earlier at 2 p.m. The measure would be piloted in the next school term, which will begin in November, and would apply to 10% of the 38,000 schools under the supervision of OBEC. The government's Public Relations Department has been bestowed with the Royal Cards of Appreciation from His Royal Highness Prince Maha Vajiralongkorn for the successful Bike for Mom program. On Thursday, Director General of the government's Public Relations Department, Mr. Apinan Jantarangsi, who was the Secretary General of the PR Committee for the Bike for Mom program, chaired the ceremony in which the Royal Cards of Appreciation from His Royal Highness Prince Maha Vajiralongkorn were presented for all involved in the project. The Bike for Mom activity has been noted by the Guinness Book of World Records for the highest number of bikes taking part in the initiative to honor and celebrate Her Majesty the Queen's 83rd birthday anniversary in 2015. His Royal Highness's appreciation was for the efforts of all related parties that had been put into organizing and promoting the event, which ended with great success. The National Defense College Association of Thailand, or NDCAT, has organized a campaign aimed at promoting Thai pride and at the same time boosting patriotism in Thailand. NDCAT is organizing a campaign encouraging Thais to be patriotic in a bid to encourage more positive goodwill in the country. General Charan Kunlawanit, president of the National Defense College Association of Thailand, explained that the campaign is aimed at raising awareness of the proper values and deeds that all Thais should be practicing. Thais are being encouraged to perform good deeds and acts in an effort to express gratitude to the country and to make it clear to all Thais that it is their responsibility to make Thailand a better place. Kun Prasit Ajilkok, the president of the Business of Service and Combination Products of Trade Association, expresses gratitude over the event.
I feel proud that I was born Thai, with Thai blood and a Thai identity. I think that no one should forget that identity, no matter how powerful that person is or how rich or poor they become. Everyone has to perform good deeds and take responsibility, because this land we're standing on belongs to all Thais.
The event is aimed at restoring Thai values that is hoped to uplift spirits after the problems that have recently occurred within the country. The 5th celebration of Silk, the Miracle Journey, will be held at Suvarnabhumi International Airport until September the 6th of 2015 in celebration of Her Majesty the Queen's 83rd birthday anniversary. After chairing the opening ceremony, Minister for Tourism and Sports, Kopkan Wathana Warangkoon, said the organizing of the 5th celebration of Silk, the Miracle Journey, was to honor Her Majesty Queen Sirikit, who celebrated Her Majesty's 83rd birthday anniversary on August 12th of this year. The exhibition features uniquely and locally made silk products from the 4 regions of Thailand. It also provides useful information to tourists who wish to visit places and villages that are renowned for silk weaving, hoping to promote domestic silk tourism. The 5th celebration of Silk, the Miracle Journey event will run until September 6 on the 4th floor of Suvarnabhumi International Airport. The Thai government is trying its best to improve the quality of life for the poor. Its latest project, the National Savings Fund, focuses on paving the way for retirement for people who do not have access to any retirement programs. Let's take a look at how this project works.
Among 65 million Thai citizens, more than 10 million are seniors aged over 60, according to the National Statistical Office of Thailand. Some have enough money to cover their living expenses in retirement, but some have to keep on working despite their age and health issues. The controversial National Savings Fund, or NSF project, has come true under the Prayut Chan-o-cha government, encouraging people with low incomes to start saving for a financially secure life in retirement. People joining the project will receive a subsidy, which will be added to their savings under the conditions set by the NSF. The project has received a great response from people who have flocked to apply to join the fund at the branches of 3 government-related banks that participate in this project: the Government Savings Bank, the Bank of Agriculture and Agricultural Cooperatives, and the Krung Thai Bank.
ผมว่ามีประโยชน์กับบุคคลที่ไม่ได้มีบำนาญหรือไม่ได้เป็นข้าราชการนะครับหรือเป็นพนักงานรัฐวิสาหกิจอย่างผมเนี่ยผมทำงานผมค้าขายนะครับผมก็จะไม่มีส่วนได้ในส่วนของบำนาญหรือว่าเป็นพวกเบี้ยยังชีพอะไรที่รัฐบาลเขาจะมีให้อะไรนะครับ
NSF members must be Thai citizens between the ages of 15 and 60, and they must not be members of other pension funds. Their qualification can be checked at the participating banks. The government subsidy depends on the member's age. The older you are, the more money you get from the government. And these savings will become a monthly allowance for the NSF members when they turn 60. However, what concerns the government most is how to make people with unstable incomes realize how important a retirement fund is.
So the target people are the poor people, and by definition, these people don't have enough income. So if we try to encourage them to save, it will be the big obstacle by itself, by nature, that we have to, first of all, maybe increase the income of the people, so that they have the extra room for after spending and they can save.
The government hopes to see the NSF grow with more members joining the fund. This project is a good start as a retirement plan for the poor, with a minimum deposit amount set at 50 baht to 8 people with low and unstable incomes who want to start saving money. For NBT World, Wankawi Netikamjon reporting.
And that's the end of today's edition of Thailand Moves Forward. Before we take a quick break, let's take a look at the exchange rates and commodity prices.
To maintain a strong nation, Thailand is promoting 12 core values for the good of the people. The 10th core value: applying His Majesty the King's sufficiency economy, saving money for a time of need, being moderate with surplus for sharing or expansion of business.
Even if we don't see them, they are amongst us. They're hungry. Slay your power-sucking monsters. Take their power away. Think when you plug.
สวัสดีครับ This is Thailand at large.
The show which is about to take you to the new experiences with the exciting stories.
With charming fascination. With a touch of Thainess.
Join us on NBT World.
Explore with us and you'll know and love Thailand even more than before.
Multiple perspectives, insightful commentary on Thailand with The Insider every Sunday morning at 10:30 on NBT and NBT World.
Welcome back. You're watching Newsline. Taking a look now at our ASEAN and Beyond segment. The Organization of World Heritage Cities in Asia and the Pacific region has joined hands with Ayutthaya Province in holding a discussion aimed at laying down development direction for World Heritage Cities in the future. The delegations from 8 member countries in Asia and the Pacific, as well as the governor of Ayutthaya, Apichat Todilokwe, the deputy mayor of Gyeongju, and delegates from UNESCO Bangkok, the Thai Ministry of Culture and the Fine Arts Department have gathered in Ayutthaya to discuss the guidelines for future cooperation in the development of World Heritage Cities. The discussion focused on the regulations for World Heritage Cities to strictly follow to keep them within the UNESCO standards. Ayutthaya has been selected as the site for the second meeting of the Organization of World Heritage Cities in Asia and the Pacific region, as the latter eyed the province as interesting and important World Heritage City that could potentially become a model for other cities in the world. The Public Relations Department, or PRD, of the Prime Minister's office is holding a mobile exhibition by the title of Royal Wisdom and Thai Culture to publicize His Majesty the King's sufficiency economy philosophy to the global community. According to PRD Deputy Director General Prawin Pattanapong, the exhibition is a collaborative effort between the PRD and Asian Institute of Technology. The exhibition displays His Majesty the King's sufficiency economy philosophy in English language. It underlines the benefits of practicing the philosophy, which could bring happiness to one's life at the time of rapid social and economic changes. The Royal Wisdom and Thai Culture exhibition is also aimed at promoting a positive image of Thailand to the world. Taking a look now at some international developments. The father of a Virginia journalist killed in an on-air shooting said on Thursday he would become a crusader for gun control. Two journalists, reporter Alison Parker and cameraman Adam Ward of Roanoke CBS affiliate WDBJ7 were shot during a live interview on Wednesday by a disgruntled former station employee who later killed himself. The woman who was being interviewed was wounded and hospitalized. Parker's father, Andy Parker, urged state and federal lawmakers to take action on gun control, especially to keep firearms out of the hands of people who are mentally unstable. Wednesday's shootings were particularly shocking because they happened on air and because of social media posts about the attack by Vester Flanagan, who was 41 years old. His posts illustrated a trend of people wanting to commit murders and post images of the killings online to gain notoriety. Someone who appeared to be Flanagan, a former reporter at the station, then posted a video to Facebook and Twitter that showed the attack from the gunman's vantage point, as well as comments indicating he had grievances against WDBJ7, which fired him in 2013. Elsewhere around the world, hundreds of migrants disembarked the Swedish Coast Guard vessel, the Poseidon, on Thursday night in the Sicilian port of Palermo. The bodies of 52 migrants were discovered in the hold of a boat where many of the migrants were rescued, believed to have died after breathing in petrol fumes, according to survivors. Those who were saved were among the more than 3,000 who were rescued by several ships on Wednesday. Swedish Coast Guard Communications Officer Matthias Lindholm explained that happened as the Poseidon arrived at the scene for the rescue. In what is becoming amongst a regular occurrence, the bodies were lowered from the deck of the Poseidon, in which a white container had been driven away from the port. People gathered on Thursday in the Nigerian capital to mark 500 days since over 200 schoolgirls were abducted by Boko Haram militants. Those attending the rally, most of whom were relatives of the kidnapped, held photos of the girls and chanted slogans to remind the world that the girls are still in captivity and call for actions from the government to rescue them. On April 14th of 2014, Boko Haram fighters stormed the government's secondary school in the remote town of Chibok in Nigeria's Borno state and seized 276 girls. 57 escaped, but nothing has been heard of the other 219 since May of last year. The mass abduction brought unprecedented worldwide attention to the Islamist insurgents and prompted a social media campaign demanding their release. The Red Panda Cubs at Lincoln Park Zoo in Chicago had their second physical exams on Tuesday. The 2-month-old cubs, Clark and Addison is the female one and Clark is the male one, were born on June 26 and passed their exams with flying colors. Since their last exam on July 10th, Clark has doubled in size and Addison has roughly tripled in weight. Both cubs have surpassed milestones such as nursing, opening their eyes, and have begun changing from their pale yellow fur into the iconic auburn coloration of the red panda. The zoo's curator of mammals, Mark Hamlet, said the panda cubs were healthy and often seen trying to explore outside of the den. He said at this rate, the cubs might make their public debut within the next several weeks. And that's it for today's edition of Newsline. For any comments or suggestions, please feel free to email them to us at newsline.nbt@gmail.com. You can also follow us on Facebook. Just simply type in NNT or check out our website at thainews.prd.go.th/en. We are going to say goodbye with footage of animals getting a weigh-in at the London Zoo as keepers check in on their health. I'm Tra Thirak Ausan. Have a wonderful day. Sawasdee ka.